Give me a minute and let's respond to Hallelujah's comment here on the sinking of the Sergei Kotov. From the video, I really don't believe there were just 7 KIA. Now, the ship reportedly had a crew of about 50. According to official reports from the Ukrainian MOD, 7 were unalived in the attack by the Sea Baby drones, and another 26 were injured and are currently hospitalized. Roughly 3/5 of the crew were casualties in this attack. Now, how is it possible? Because when you look at the video, there's these huge explosions, right? How is it possible that 2/5 of the crew survived unscathed? Well, if we compare the technology of the new Sea Baby drones, in this case, Magura 5s, actually, right? The Maguras poke holes in the ship. And there were 3 main hits on the ship. So 3 big holes in the hull. So the ship's got to take on water and then it sinks. And the reality of a modern Navy, even the Russian Navy, is that these ships can take on a lot of water before they sink. And that means that the crew has time to deploy lifeboats and get off the ship, which is apparently what happened. Now, compare that to a traditional naval mine, like what you see above me here, right? If you look at these mines, they're these big balls of explosives covered in these pressure triggers, these detonators, and then they're anchored to the seafloor at different heights. They're at different heights for a couple of reasons. You want the ship that's hitting the mine to be heavy enough, deep enough in the water to make it worth blowing the mines. And what this does is it does not blow a hole in the ship. It blows a hole in the water. These traditional naval mines were made to create a vacuum space beneath the ship. Now think about the engineering of a ship. From stem to stern, it's designed to float in the water, right? What happens when suddenly there's no support there? There's just a big hole in the water. My understanding, and I am not an expert on this is a layman's understanding. My understanding on that is that the ship can't hold its own weight, and they break the back of the ship, is the word that's used. And that's why so often in war films and that sort of thing, you see the ship 2 halves, the stem and the stern, sticking out of the water and sinking. Because the back was broken, the ship was literally cracked in half and sent down to Davy Jones's locker. So, look, you can believe what you want, but there is a real technical reason why it's likely that most of the crew survived despite their injuries.